Hi everyone, this is Antoinette from smartneedle. This is going to be my first video trying to use my own voice. I'm just trying to find a better way to explain you how the toppers are done. This video includes how to do the toppers in a jumbo hoop or on a regular hoop. Let's start with the jumbo hoop first. We are going to hoop 2 layers of tearaway stabilizer, and then we're going to run our first spool color over the stabilizer as the video shows. Now we are going to cut a big piece of batting. Make sure it's big enough to cover the whole embroidery hoop area, and I will highly recommend to use cotton batting for the projects. The next spool color will do the tack down stitch to attach the batting to the project. Just remember, it's half of it since we're doing the jumbo hoop. Now we're going to cut the batting all around the tack down line. Make sure you cut as close as possible to the stitch line. Now we're going to cut a big piece of fabric. Could be a pattern fabric, any fabric of your choice. I will highly recommend cotton fabric. And then make sure the piece covers the whole embroidery area as the video shows. Keep running your embroidery machine to do the tack down stitch to attach that fabric to the hoop as the video shows. The next spool color is going to do a stitch guideline. That is going to be our first applique area. Please follow the video. Now we are going to prepare our applique fabric. Please make sure it's big enough that will cover the whole hoop area. In this case, we use different shades of beige color and we stitch them all together to create that effect. But you can use any pattern fabric you like. Just make sure it's cotton fabric as it works best. Please follow the video of how we apply the heat and bond material. Now we're going to remove the paper backing from the heat and bond. And then we're gonna lay down that fabric on top of the applique guideline we already did. Please follow the video. Next spool color will do the tack down stitch to attach the applique fabric to the project. After that tack down stitch is all done, we're going to cut all around it. Please make sure you cut as close as possible to the stitch line. Now keep running your machine to do some embroidery details as the video shows. Once all the embroidery details are finished, your machine will start stitching the little dog face quilting pattern. It is really adorable. Next spool color will do the blanket stitch applique as you can see in the video, right along the edge of the whole beige fabric. Now we are going to lay down 2 pieces of folded fabric that will cover the back of the table topper. Make sure they are big enough to cover the whole embroidery area. We are going to fold them in half. Then the folded edge will be placed toward the middle, overlapping both of them about 1.5 to 2 inches. Please follow the video. Now we're going to run our last spool color. It will be a stitch line that will attach those 2 folded fabrics to the project. As you can see, now our first half of the hoop project is done. Now we're going to rotate our hoop so we can do the other half. We're going to start by folding all the fabric toward us until we get to the batting area. So our first spool color will be the tack down stitch to attach that batting area to the project. Now we're going to open the second embroidery file to keep doing the other half of the jumbo hoop. Run the first spool color. It will be the tack down stitch to attach the other half of batting to the project. After the tack down stitch is done, we're going to cut all around it. Just make sure you cut as close as possible to the tack down line. Now we are going to unfold the first pattern fabric as the video shows. Just make sure it's as flat as possible. Next spool color will do the tack down stitch to attach that half of the pattern fabric to the project. Keep running your embroidery machine for the next spool color. It will do the applique guideline as the video shows. Now we're going to unfold the heat and bond applique fabric. Please make sure it's as flat as possible. Next spool color will do the tack down stitch to attach the applique fabric to the project. Now we're going to cut all around the stitch line. Just make sure you get as close as possible to the stitch line. Next spool color will start doing all the quilting pattern of the rest of the dog. Now it's doing all the little bones details from the treat jar. It's absolutely adorable. Next spool color, it will do the blanket stitch applique all around the other half of the beige applique fabric. Now we're going to unfold the rest of the fabrics. Just make sure they are as flat as possible. Run your last spool color to do the stitch line all around that side to attach all the fabrics together. Now you can unhook the whole project, and we are going to cut all around the whole stitch line. Just make sure you leave about 1/4 of an inch away from the stitch line. Now we're going to turn our topper inside out. Just make sure you shape those corners really well. And the topper is looking fantastic. Now we're going to flat iron the whole topper. Make sure you flat iron the front and the back really well so the heat and bond can do its magic. Our jumbo hoop topper is done. As you can see, the size is amazing. I mean, it can work as a table topper, a really cute mat for your dog, mug rugs, pot holders, anything you like for. It is absolutely adorable. Now we're gonna start our regular hoop topper. It is really cute. It's a really good size because this time we did it in more like a wider side. And then for the regular hoops is 5 different hoop sizes included. Enjoy. We're gonna start by hooping 2 layers of tearaway stabilizer, and then we're gonna run our first spool color over the stabilizer. Now we're gonna cut a piece of cotton batting big enough to cover the whole guideline. Then keep running your machine to do the tack down stitch to attach that batting to the project. After the tack down line is done, we're going to cut the batting all around the stitch line. Make sure you get as close as possible to that stitch line. After we cut the batting all around the tack down line, we're going to cover the whole batting area with a pattern fabric of your choice. Keep running your embroidery machine to do the tack down stitch that will attach the pattern fabric to the project. Next, spool color will do the applique guideline for the applique fabric. Now we're going to prepare our applique fabric. We're going to use heat and bond to the back of the fabric. When you are putting the heat and bond, please make sure you iron really well on the front of the fabric and on the back of the fabric, so the heat and bond can adhere to the fabric really well. Now we're going to use the heat and bond fabric for the applique. Make sure you remove the paper backing from the back of the fabric and then cover the whole applique guideline as the video shows. Keep running your machine to do the tack down stitch to attach that applique fabric to the project. After all the tack down stitch is done, we're gonna cut all around it. Please make sure you cut as close as possible to the stitch line. Next, your machine will start doing some few embroidery details as the video shows, and then it will start doing the quilting applique pattern. Keep running your embroidery machine to do the doggie quilt pattern as the video shows. The next spool color will do the blanket applique stitch all around the beige applique fabric. This step is optional. We have decided to put our dog name at the side of the topper with our embroidery machine really quick. We are going to lay down 2 pieces of folded fabric that will cover the back of the table topper. Make sure they are big enough to cover the whole project. Fold them in half, then the folded edge will be placed toward the middle of the topper, overlapping about 1.5 to 2 inches. Please follow the video. Now we're going to run our last spool color. It will be a stitch guideline all around the project that will attach all the fabrics together. Unhook your project, and then we're going to cut all around the stitch line, leaving about 1/4 of an inch away from the stitch line as the video shows. Now we're gonna turn the whole topper inside out. Make sure you shape those corners really well so the rectangular shape can be nice and clean. Now we're going to hot press, hot iron the whole topper, the front and the back. Make sure you iron it really well so the heat and bond can really adhere between fabrics. Our adorable doggy toppers are all finished and ready to stitch some tail wagging fun into your projects. They are so cute. With both jumbo hoop and regular hoop sizes included, you will have the versatility to make them big or small, whatever your project calls for. Whether you're spoiling your pup or adding a bit of charm to your space, these toppers are perfect for every dog lover. 6 hoop sizes included, for regular hoop or jumbo hoop, giving you the perfect range of sizes for all your stitching needs. Beautiful and super useful projects. We really love them. I hope you enjoy them as much as we do. By smartneedle.com.